And I mean, this has been quite some time now, but there was a certain amount of relief, I think, in knowing that there was a name to what was happening to me and happening to my body. And then because I was a teenager, right, when I was first diagnosed, it at least it was a starting point so we can figure out, well, how can we treat this? And so it was good in some ways because, I could finally sort of see a future if you have a name for it, right? But of course, treatment plans were started and I didn't get the relief in my symptoms that I was hoping for. And so I think from there, it was really just sort of sadness and disappointment about just, is this what my life is going to be like, right? Is this, what does my future have in store for me? And even some of the things that I naturally did like to do were just hard to do. I worried about just sort of getting through the day by day. So would I be able to, get to school and get around to my different activities? Would I be able to do the things that I wanted to do? Would I be able to go to work? And then that sort of anxiety, I guess, if we were to put a name to it, about what my future was going to bring. I spent a lot of time realigning what my original expectations were of my life with now, well, what are they now that I have this condition? Would I get a partner? Would I be able to work a regular job? All these things, and or be a parent, sort of questioning a lot of sort of those expectations and aspirations that I think we all hold for our lives. And then this illness sort of comes into the middle and sort of sets me off the path. As a teenager or somebody into my 20s, they're not worrying about whether they can get to school the next day, but I was. Definitely a lot of, loneliness, just because you don't have any peers that you can sort of relate to nor, sort of healthcare providers perhaps that could have reinforced or gotten me some of the support I may have needed for my mental health, and just to start sort of accepting and dealing with what this illness means in my life. That can cause the same anger. Why me? Or why do I have this situation? Why is it so hard? You just have to sort of, acknowledge your feelings and sort of move on from there and hope that the next day will be better. It has a bigger impact on your self-confidence as a person, especially when, you always sort of feel as an outsider and so different from your peers, that sometimes it's just easier to sort of stay home and not put yourself in a situation, right, where you're going to look even more different and sort of stick out, if you know what I mean.